I'm Rick Hay, the Superfoodist. I'm going to make a really great smoothie that's perfect to use after exercise, whether you've been to the gym, been out for a run, maybe a swim, done some yoga. The idea behind this one is that we're going to nourish the lean muscle and we're going to encourage lean muscle mass. And don't be scared when I say the word lean muscle mass, because lean muscle mass leads to more toning and it leads to more fat burning. Now I'm going to start off as usual with some leafy greens. This time I go for a few handfuls of English spinach, which is a superfood in its own right, rich in iron, rich in magnesium and high in chlorophyll for natural energy, and adding some kale. Now kale has really been the superfood of the last couple of years, but when you sort of look at it and you have it in a salad, it really isn't the most exciting of superfoods. However, when you blend it up, you get the benefits of all that iron, the benefits of the chlorophyll, again the benefits of the magnesium. A lot of the population are actually deficient in magnesium, and that can lead to sort of tight muscles. If you get a little twitching in the corner of your eye, it's often a sign of magnesium deficiency. And also magnesium is part of our energy cycle in the body biochemically. It's part of the Krebs cycle, and your body needs magnesium to produce energy efficiently inside the mitochondria, inside the cell. So you're actually promoting energy production, taking the magnesium in, helping the body do what it's designed to do. The other reason why I always use super greens or greens in any of my smoothies is that they lower the glycemic load. I'm always talking about glycemic load because glycemic load keeps you fuller for longer. It helps with regularity, it helps with blood sugar stabilization as well, and it helps with feelings of fullness, and it helps to control portion size. So very, very important. So we've got something that's got fiber, it's got nutrient density again, got those minerals that we want, and also a lot of enzymatic activity as well. Now to that, because we've done our workout, we might be feeling a little bit sluggish. So I'm going to pop in some cantaloupe or some melon, and this gives us our different colours, because health isn't all about greens. In the UK, for example, only 15% of the population are getting their 5 a day. A lot of people think, oh, I have to have green, I have to have green. But it's not just green, we want you to have multicoloured foods as well. In Japan, actually, it's recommended to have around 15 different coloured foods a day. And I find a super smoothie a great way to achieve this very quickly, very easily. So I've popped some melon in there. Melon also, the orange colour, it's got beta carotene in it, a precursor of vitamin A. So useful for us. Those deep orange colours are useful for immune function as well. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of mango, not too much of the tropical fruits because they're high in fructose. We want them for the flavour, but we don't want to go too heavy in terms of weight management if we're on a weight management campaign. However, when we mix them with the greens, the glycemic loads still stay steady. I'm also going to put in just a little bit of watermelon, which actually has, surprisingly, a low glycemic index of its own. Now, glycemic index is the individual rating of each food individually, whereas a glycemic load is the rating when they all come together. So I've got my super greens, kale and spinach. I've got my deep orange in the mango. I've also got the watermelon, which is a really lovely red colour. And to that, just a couple of pieces of the pineapple to give me a bit more energy. Now, pineapple is wonderful because it's also got something in it called bromelain. Really love bromelain. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, but it's also a vegetable digestive enzyme. So if your gut function isn't great, then everything else suffers. So I'm going to deliver to you something that's post-workout, but also it's going to be healing on the gut, help you to digest, help alleviate bloating and things like that. So it's multifaceted, this little drink that I'm making. Now, to that, I'm going to add one of my favourites, which is coconut water. You could just use plain water if you wanted. I like coconut water because it's very hydrating, gives it that little bit more of a tropical taste. However, if you want to save on money, you can just use regular filtered water. And just for good measure, why not throw in just a few grapes there. In actual fact, a post-workout smoothie is not too dissimilar to a pre-workout smoothie, so you could use this in both ways if you wanted. I'm going to add again my favourite, same as I like the super leafy greens, I also love to use plant-based protein. This one that I'm choosing today has got hemp, pea and cranberry. I love hemp. It's a wonderful superfood. Mixed together with the pea and cranberry gives it a nicer taste. It's also got some lovely medium chain triglycerides for energy from coconut in there. And with the coconut water as well, we're getting more medium chain triglycerides. So I'm just putting 1 teaspoon in there. If I was doing this as maybe a breakfast for weight management, I might add 2 to help with feelings of fullness. Now what we've got here is nutrient density in a beaker or in a cup. It's really a meal because I'm not throwing away any of the fibre, which is one of the reasons I love to work with the NutriBullet, because it's not throwing anything away. It's keeping everything in here like a meal in a glass. Now, if we were also to look at this in terms of antioxidant status, it's going to be really, really high. For example, blueberries have an antioxidant reading. It's an ORAC score of how much oxygen the particular fruit or food can absorb in the body, like a free radical scavenger. And blueberries might have a score of say 500-600. This one in here has probably got a score more around 5,000 or 6,000. So we're really getting up into really good immune boosting as well. So let's just pop that on, because I could really rave on about these ingredients for the rest of my life. Now once that's done, this is perfect to be consumed within 30 minutes of exercise being the optimum time. Now if you have it any later, you kind of miss that window where the protein can fuel the lean muscle mass. Remember, lean muscle mass gives us toning, it gives us a little bit more energy, and it's essential for fat metabolism. That's a really big thing today, considering that so many of us are fighting with weight management, and also as we get a little bit older, it's sometimes hard to shift the weight from different areas of our body. So what I do, I'm just going to pour that in. I'd probably have a glass of this size. The one I made here in this beaker is probably good for 2. What we have here is something that's going to fuel lean muscle, keep you full, stop you snacking after the gym or after exercise, because I sometimes find if you've not got something nutrient dense on hand, you might go for biscuits, or you might go for some crisps when you're really hungry after exercise, undoing some of the good. So you've got this, you can enjoy it every day, post-exercise, and get that nutrient density into the cells, helping to fuel lean muscle mass. Cheers.